Oh, yeah. Well, true crime is everywhere these days. It is one of those genres that grabs people, not just for the horror of it, but for what it says about us. Hello there, and happy Halloween. This is Santiago with Strawberry Ink. Experts from Carolina's School of Law and Journalism say it's a mix of curiosity, justice, and thrill. We're drawn to it because of its mirrors something deep inside us. That hunger to understand what people are capable of, to ask why. For decades, people have admired killers for the correct reasons for the most part, studied them, and even idolized them. It's strange, but maybe it's not that strange, because when we stare into the darkest parts of humanity, we start to understand our own. And on this Halloween episode, which is exclusive, I am not only sharing this lecture that I just shared, but I'm also turning that lens inward. This is one, not about others, not about someone else, but about me. I was born in Paoli, Pennsylvania, a small town just outside of Philadelphia. A quiet place, one of those where everyone knows everyone and you can't really hide from yourself. Growing up, I was always into feminine themes makeup, nails, crop top skirts, dresses. That interest, well, it strongly developed later on. But I faked masculine energy for years because I thought I had to. I was told to. Because of the body I was born into. That was, in the 2010s, the most toxic decade I've ever known. Everything had to fit in a box. My dad was angry, my mom devastated. There is a lot of transphobia and homophobia in my family, especially directed to spotlighted ones, and at times to me. And if their words ever hurt anyone outside our home, I am truly sorry. I apologize on their behalf. I came out as transgender in 2021, and that was the first time I finally felt like me. I also knew I was bisexual, being attracted to boys and girls since I was about 11. At first, I tried to dodge the question regarding my sexuality every time my brother asked, "Do you like boys or do you like girls?" I would say I have not decided. My brother said, "Are you serious?" But I had decided. Well, let's not say decided. Let's say I've known. I've known I'm attracted to both biological genders. And I believe a trans woman is a woman, a trans man is a man. In 2021, I just could not hide things anymore. When I came out, my parents were upset. I felt small but also free. In 2022, I told a friend, then a teacher asked, "Do you like boys or girls?" And I said both. Turns out, coming out publicly was not as terrifying as I thought. That is no Halloween. My love for true crime started online. Courtroom clips, prosecutors breaking down cold-blooded crimes. One of the first I watched was about Adam Meadows, how a judge spoke to him after what he had done, killing his son and parent-in-laws. Then came Parkland. Nicholas Cruz was on every screen, and I remember joining school walkouts against gun violence. But when I learned about this shooter's past, the abuse, the neglect, I could not help but feel remorse. Because pain does not just create victims, it also creates monsters. Then the Derek Chauvin trial happened. This case about George Floyd changed everything for me. That's when I realized I love court cases. The structure, the arguments, the emotion, the search for justice, or at least what's left of it. I never planned on podcasting. I was always a music person, EDM, trap, house, metal, hip hop, all of it. And I love painting too. I even make NFTs sometimes. But one teacher changed everything. They told me you should speak, and so I did. That's how Strawberry Ink was born. It started as a school project, nothing serious, weekly uploads, rough edits. But over time, it became something bigger. I learned to use AI tools to research, edit, and polish my episodes. Now I treat it like a mirror, a reflection of how I feel, who I am, and what I believe. If I'm angry, I say it on air. If someone disrespects me, I call it karma when I expose them and do things back to them. Because Strawberry Ink is my space, my honesty, my rebellion, and my art. And when my sissy passed away, just hours after our Valentine's Day walk, that's when everything shifted. She had lost her battle to cancer, she'd been suffering, but she was still willing to do that walk. That's when I realized every minute counts. I could be gone any second as well, especially with all the stuff I'm talking and my behaviors. So I might as well speak now. I've lived with anxiety for years. My dad painted the world as dangerous, told me to toughen up, to fight back. Maybe he thought he was helping, but it drilled fear again. But it drilled fear into me instead. And other men did that as well. The fear became defiance. The world was intimidating. Now I call myself an anarchist. Not in chaos, but in truth. Because I don't believe in systems that cage people. Not government, not schools, not the fake idea of normal. In America, education is falling apart, especially public education. Healthcare is broken and most times non existent. And law enforcement too often useless, slow, corrupt. People pay taxes for justice that never comes. 18 is supposed to mean adult, but it does not. That's a lie. It's just a number used to trap young people with debt, labor, and expectations. So yeah, I believe in tearing down the walls, end informal policy, end in false order. Because what's rising now, what I feel is rising in me, is freedom. So on this Halloween, when the world puts on masks, I'm taking mine off. This is who I am, a creator, a dreamer, a fighter, a trans girl with a trans female from Pennsylvania who turned pain into art. This is my truth, and you're listening to Strawberry Ink. Thank you so much for taking time on this holiday to listen to me. Stay safe with whatever you're doing for Halloween. I also would like to express my love and support to the LGBTQ plus community, my fellow members, and I would like to say trans lives are real. I'm still fighting the good fight, trying to show myself out to others publicly. When my mom threw a skirt away, I got very upset, and the next day I couldn't take it anymore. I had to inflict a bit of pain on her and come out to family members so it would not be as secret anymore. That was a good move. I am proud at myself for that. And my transgender friend Maddie, I got her to go into the women's restroom at a soccer game. She now lives in Savannah, Georgia. She moved away, and I'm proud of her. With that being said, once again, happy Halloween, happy start of Sanheim, and have a good rest of your day.